Hi everyone, this is Darren. I'm just going to quickly show you TSF Shell, which is a new launcher that's on the market. It's a different kind of launcher, has some different unique features that really kind of change your launch quite a lot, and in some ways it can be quite difficult to get used to. But I'm just going to quickly show you some of the basics. So the main app drawer looks like this. So the way this works is you have screens here. The app drawer is one of the screens, so as you can see all your apps are on one screen. Now as you can see I'm swiping through them like this. This is the only place you'll be able to swipe, because unlike what we used to, you can't swipe between screens such as these. So this is a typical screen. If you swipe, you get this little thing here, which I'll go into in a second. To access your screens you need to go like this. So that takes some getting used to, and I guarantee that whilst you're using it for the first few times you'll do that, forgetting. We also have this little menu button here which brings up widgets, I think it's your favourites, and a totally random overlay thing which I have no idea what the point of that is, but anyway, we'll go into that in a second. So this is a typical screen. Now some good features about this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these icons. I'm going to keep my folders there because I'm going to show you how they work. So if you want to create your own screen, what you'll do is you go to your apps, you see this little fiery thing here which animates for a second and then stops. That's just telling you that the app is a new app. So let's say then that I want to put some apps onto my screen, so I'm going to drag it and hold it. Now normally what you find is when you do something like this on a normal device, the grid system that is set up as it automatically places it in certain spots for you, but this really allows you to place it wherever you like. There's no kind of restriction on it. And to show how that works even more, you can even just throw them on. Oops. Throw them on without even worrying about where it goes. You can even overlap them. So as you can see, I can do this without thinking too much about my layout, because one of the things you are then able to do is, if you see there, everything's just kind of skew with, just put a random place, and like I said, I can move them around. One of the other features is if you press and hold it and then spin your finger, you also get to be able to twist it around. I'm sure there's a very good reason for that. I've just yet to find one. So this swipe action, what this does, if you swipe and select, it gives you another menu there. Now you can do certain things with this, but what I'm looking at is the arrangement here. So if you click that, if you notice, it sorts them out for you, puts them into a nice neat order, and you can then adjust how you want it to look, and then you can actually place the apps where you like. So as you can see, it's quite customizable. There you go. So that's a good little feature, because it means you can just throw things onto the screen and then sort them out doing it that way, which is less hassle. We've also got widgets, and there's a few widgets that come with it. First one is the weather widget, which is a nice little animation there. One of the good things about these widgets again is you can place them where you like, and it'll overlap. So a nice little widget for the weather, which is not bad, and then you've also got one for the music here, which is quite nice as well. So there you go. If you swipe down, you get a load of cover art, which then allows you to play the songs by tapping it. There you go. And if you want to get rid of it, you just swipe up there. So that's not a bad little thing. It's not very usable, the music app. It basically just select the music and play it. There's no like really any features to it at all. It's just play or pause. There's no move forward, move backwards. There's no shuffle, no playlist, no nothing like that at the moment. So it's a nice little widget, but as an app it's not very usable. So what else have we got? Folders. So again, you can group the items like that and create a folder automatically, which is again a nice little thing. So we do that, create folder, puts them into a folder for you. Folders, nice little animation. Restriction, you can only have this many apps in a folder, so it's not scrollable. So once you've filled a folder with this many apps, then that's it. You've got to create another folder, which is a bit frustrating because when I created this folder here, I had more apps than this, and I had to put it into another folder, so I had to choose what I wanted. And you can rename the folder as well, so what you would expect. So yeah, it's, you know, some nice little features on this. Performance wise, well, it's run very well. I've had no false clauses, I've had nothing lag or anything like that. Everything, you know, does work really well. I do struggle to get used to this. You know, it's just one of those things that I think through the years of using Android, I think doing my swipe across the screens is just embedded in me now, so it does take some getting used to, and I think it will put quite a few people off. People talk about battery life. I've not noticed any significant difference really. I think Go Launcher, which is my other launcher here, I think that uses just as much, if not maybe a little bit more battery than this. So, you know, it's one of them things, isn't it, that everyone has different experiences with it, but my experience so far is it's been fine. So what's good about this app? It looks nice, very customizable, which is really good. I like the options to be able to customize it. It's smooth. It runs very well on my Galaxy S2, so I've had no problems with anything like that. The bad things: price, ridiculously overpriced. I'm not sure anyone would want to pay that price, really. I think it should have come out as a beta app first, because it's obviously still a work in progress. Some features seem to be missing from what they originally said, but other than that, you know, so far it's very usable. Another bad thing which I don't like is this. I think this should revert back to swiping. I think it's, you know, this is just an unnecessary alteration. It doesn't serve, well, I guess it is quicker, but for the negative, you do lose the screen estate down at the bottom here. As you can see, basically it's useless. So you can only get two, maybe three at the bottom there, so it's a bit of a wasted space there. But other than that, I think it's definitely something worth having a look at. Definitely have a play around with it, and I think, you know, it will appeal to certain people. I think the hardcore kind of Android guys will probably feel it's a bit pointless. Compared with the other launchers out there, they probably prefer the likes of Go Launcher, ADW, that kind of stuff. But I quite like it. I think it's nice, just perhaps too pricey and not very necessary. If there's anything you want me to show, any questions you want to ask them, please feel free to leave any comments, and thanks for watching.